Ever heard of quiet quitting? It's that trend where people do the bare minimum at work. But what if I told you there's a different kind of quiet quitting happening right now? One that has nothing to do with your job performance and everything to do with your money. This is the quiet quit of inflation, and it's silently making you poorer every single day. You look at your paycheck, and the number might even be a little bigger than last year. You got that 3% raise, right? You feel like you should be getting ahead, but somehow you're not. Your bank account feels tighter. The grocery bill stings a little more. Filling up your car feels like a major expense. This isn't just a feeling, it's a financial reality. Your money is quietly quitting on you. It's losing its power, its value, its ability to provide the life you work so hard for. So, let us ask the real question. Are you actually earning less today than you were a few years ago, even if your salary says otherwise? The answer might shock you. Let's get one thing straight. Inflation isn't just about prices going up. It's about the value of your dollar going down. Think of it like this. The dollar in your wallet is a little worker. A few years ago, that worker could buy you a coffee and a pastry. Today, that same worker can barely afford the coffee. It got a pay cut, and so did you. Since 2020, we've seen persistent inflation that our wages just haven't kept up with. Major companies are reporting record profits, but how much of that is trickling down? For most people, not nearly enough. Let's make this real. Imagine your typical grocery run in 2019. For $100, you could fill your cart with staples for the week. Today, that same $100 gets you maybe 2/3 of that cart. You're spending the same amount, but you're bringing home less food. Or think about your car. A $50 fill-up used to last you a week or more. Now, that $50 might only get you through a few days of commuting. This isn't you being bad with money. This is your money being devalued right before your eyes. This is the silent thief that creeps into your budget and steals your purchasing power, one transaction at a time. It's a subtle erosion, so slow you might not notice it day to day, but over months and years, it adds up to a massive financial hit. This is why looking at your gross salary is so deceptive. Your employer might give you a raise and pat themselves on the back. But if that raise is less than the rate of inflation, you've effectively taken a pay cut. This is where the concept of real income comes in. Real income is your income after accounting for inflation. It's the only number that tells you if you're actually getting ahead or falling behind. Here's a simple way to think about it. If your salary went up by 3% last year, but inflation was 6%, your real income actually decreased by 3%. You have more dollars, but each dollar buys less, leaving you with less overall purchasing power. This is the purchasing power paradox. You feel like you're earning more, but you can afford less. You're running faster on the hamster wheel just to stay in the same place. We've been conditioned to chase a bigger number on our paychecks, but we've forgotten to ask what that number can actually buy. It's time we stopped focusing on nominal dollars and started paying attention to our real inflation-adjusted wealth. So where's all this money disappearing to? The biggest drains are often the things we can't live without. Housing costs, whether you're renting or trying to buy, have skyrocketed. A much larger chunk of your income is now dedicated just to keeping a roof over your head. Then there's healthcare. Premiums, deductibles, and out-of-pocket costs are constantly on the rise, eating away at your budget. And of course, there are the everyday necessities, groceries, gas, utilities. These are the non-negotiables, and their rising costs are relentless. The psychological impact of this is huge. That feeling of financial security, of having a little extra at the end of the month, becomes a distant memory. Instead, it's replaced by a constant low-level anxiety. Start to second-guess every purchase. You put off vacations, delay repairs, and worry about unexpected bills. This is what I call the inflation tax. It's not an official tax, but it functions just like one, taking a percentage of your wealth without you even realizing it. And it's not just hitting your paycheck. It's eroding your savings and investments too. If your savings account is earning 1% interest, but inflation is at 5%, your savings are losing 4% of their value every year. Are your assets truly keeping pace, or are they also quietly quitting on you? Feeling discouraged? Don't be. Recognizing the problem is the first step to solving it. It's time to stop letting inflation quietly rob you and start reclaiming your financial power. The first, and perhaps most important strategy, is to fight for your real income. When it's time for your annual review, don't just accept a standard cost of living adjustment. Come prepared. Research the current inflation rate and show your employer how your salary is falling behind in real terms. Argue for a raise that not only covers inflation but also rewards your contributions. You need to advocate for a real wage increase, not just a nominal one. Next, get smart about your money. If you have cash sitting in a Luntra savings account, it's losing value every single day. You need to make your money work harder than inflation. This means investing. Now, investing can seem intimidating, but you don't have to be a Wall Street guru. Look into low-cost index funds that track the broader market, or consider assets that tend to perform well during inflationary periods, like real estate or certain commodities. The goal is to generate returns that are higher than the rate of inflation, preserving and growing your purchasing power over time. Don't just save, invest for your future. You also need to adapt your budget. An old budget in a new inflationary world is a recipe for failure. Go through your spending with a fine-tooth comb. Identify where costs have increased the most and see where you can adjust. Maybe it means cooking at home more often, finding a cheaper cell phone plan, or consolidating subscriptions. This isn't about depriving yourself. It's about being strategic. It's about consciously directing your devalued dollars to where they matter most, protecting your ability to cover necessities and save for your long-term goals. So, what does the future hold? The reality is, inflationary pressures are likely to be a part of our economic landscape for the foreseeable future. This isn't a temporary blip. It's a new normal we need to adapt to. Relying on old financial wisdom is no longer enough. The quiet quit of inflation is a wake-up call for all of us. It forces us to be more proactive, more educated, and more strategic with our finances than ever before. It's a challenge, yes, but it's also an opportunity to take control, to build real wealth, and to secure a financial future where your money works for you, not against you. Don't let your financial future be a victim of this silent erosion. Thanks so much for watching. If this video opened your eyes, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content that helps you navigate the new financial world. Let me know in the comments how inflation has impacted you. See you next time.